You're not unsuccessful. You're tired of living a life where you feel like you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. You're tired of pretending to be a man who has it all together for everyone else. Pretending to be somebody that you're not or that you have it all together is exhausting. As men, we go to work day to day. We come home to our lives, to our partners, to our children, and we're supposed to maintain this image that we have it all together and that we have it all figured out and we're not hurting from anything in our entire lives. And that's just not true. Maybe you've built something, you've built success, you've found your calling in life, you've found your path, and you feel like you have all your bases covered. You feel like you should have nothing to worry about, nothing to complain about, and nothing to be ungrateful about. But what I'm finding is myself, and a lot of other men included, are feeling like they're pretending through their day-to-day life. They're pretending everything's all right. They pretend that they're not putting on a mask or a show for people, and that underneath they feel like there's a huge gap within themselves and there's something missing. And they've been trying to bridge that feeling for years. I have success, I have money, I have a great partner, I have a great family, I have everything, I have the day job, I'm not hurting for anything. But at the bottom of it all, I feel empty and I feel hollow and I feel like I'm losing myself. And when men think they're losing themselves, I find that they think they're not achieving enough or they're not being successful or there must be something wrong. They need to push themselves harder at work. They need to buy something else to fill the void. They need to acquire more property or materialistic things. And that's just not true. Your success shouldn't bury this feeling. You shouldn't have to put more on top before you figure out what's underneath. It's exhausting for men day to day to live a life where they feel like they're pretending, where they have to put on this act that they're successful and that nothing bothers them, and that they're the captain of the ship and they're running their business and they have it all together and they're paying the bills on time and they're working out and they're finding time to spend time with their families and do everything that society expected of them. But at the end of the day, they're sitting with their YouTube channel and listening to people like me, or they have their screens in front of them and there's something in the back of them that keeps searching stuff like this. They're searching, why do I feel so kind of distracted inside and restless and kind of helpless, hopeless? Why do I feel like there's nothing to grab onto? I have all these things. I have a fridge full of food. I have a bank account. I have my investments. I have things. It's just none of it is making me happy. And I feel like I have to go out there and put on this show to maintain the gratitude that I shouldn't complain about anything in my life when something underneath is bothering me deeply. And that feeling kind of messes with your idea of success. It kind of tells the outside world that, yeah, I have a lot of stuff and I'm not allowed to tell you that on the inside I'm kind of not okay. I'm kind of hurting with this idea that I'm not living the life that I'm really supposed to be living. And I've built so many layers on top of that. I've been this identity for so long. I've been pretending for so long at work and home that when I actually have my thoughts at night, I'm just kind of confused at why I'm having these feelings, why I feel like I can't fully appreciate my life or that something's missing. And I think it's more common than we'd like to admit. I think that a lot of guys struggling out there, they just bury themselves in screens and their phone and buying something and filling up their Amazon cart, or I don't know, that they forget you don't have to pile on more success to get rid of that aching feeling. You just need to reconnect with who you are. I've been doing a lot of soul searching out here in my journal, but also just the quiet peacefulness of nature. And that's been my outlet. And that's why I started the offline brotherhood. Not just to get people more away from screens and guys reconnected with themselves, but to really get somewhere quiet, like my channel or wherever, where you can feel like you're being heard on these feelings. I had so much noise and distraction at home, I couldn't work on this. I couldn't find the right words to write down. There was always a TV to flick on, or a video game to play, or something to do to distract me from sitting down and really examining this feeling within myself that something was missing. Getting out here with a hammock And the peace and quiet has really helped me figure out these thoughts that I have in my head and what that missing link might be. And a lot of guys are telling me that they just don't create the amount of silence that they need to hear themselves anymore. And that they might be doing that on purpose, creating so much noise over your life that you can't really examine what's going on, and you can't examine why you feel this way on the inside. Because you're afraid you're not really sure what it is, and that looking at it would upset you or upset the people around you. Trying to tell a spouse or a partner or someone in your life that you trust that you have all this stuff on the surface, but you're still not feeling whole. You're still not feeling kind of complete and reconnected with who you're supposed to be. You're feeling like you're kind of wandering day to day through this life that you've built for yourself and this idea of success that you have as far as society goes. But that this pretending, this waking up every day to fulfill the role, is quietly eating you away inside. You feel like you wish you had time to recollect your thoughts and reconnect with who you're supposed to be and what you're really supposed to be doing. This channel is not here to be alpha male. It's not here to judge. It's not here to scream at you life hacks and easy, quick solutions or any of that stuff. This channel's here as a sounding board so that you can know out there as a man, even with your success, you're beating yourself up sometimes. And other men out there are feeling the exact same way. Underneath it all, we're all feeling this sort of empty feeling underneath our successes. And it's not for lack of trying, and there's nothing wrong with us, and we don't need some special pill or special help or anything like that. We just need to reconnect with ourselves. And whether that's getting away from screens, getting outside more, stepping away from our role that we've created, and stopping the pretending, I'm just here as a sounding board to kind of tell you that you're not alone. And there might be a path out. There might be a way to stop pretending. There might be a way to bridge that life that you've built, which has all its endearments and has all of its illusions of success, and to bridge that to the life that you want, the life that's underneath, the thing that's aching and that you're longing for, but that you can't describe. The offline brotherhood is here for that. So let me know in the comments if you feel like you're pretending in your day-to-day life, or if you feel like there's just something missing underneath that, and if you beat yourself up and call yourself unsuccessful for having these feelings, or like there's something wrong with you. I'm here to listen. I love hearing from guys in the comments. I love when people reach out to me. Together, I want to create a space and a channel where we can all hear each other instead of just suffering in isolation. So I'm going to continue journaling out here and collecting some thoughts, and I'll catch you guys next time from the woods. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.